Hello, my name is Daria, welcome to my channel, and today I have my October update for Throwback 30 project pen. This project was created by Jessica Lee, I will link her down below, and it's a collaboration with PANtastic Ladies Facebook group. And basically this project contains 30 different projects that were at one point in PANtastic Ladies Facebook group. For each of the 30 projects we had to randomize or choose prompts and choose our products for each project and each prompt. So many pieces in this video. But basically this project is a great way to participate in a lot of projects in once, because of course nobody has time to do every single project pen created on this earth. So at least with Throwback 30 I can dip my toes in 30 different projects. And I have quite a good update today. I will be talking about my products in alphabetical order, how they are in my spreadsheet. So let's just jump into this video because I have quite a lot to talk about. And I won't be talking about every 30 products that are in this project. I've talked about all of them in my introduction, but each update I'm talking only about products that I've managed to make some progress on. So the first project is for seasons and I've randomized autumn. And the palette Muse from Cosmic Beauty represents autumn to me. My goal with this palette was to use it in a level 1 style, which means that I had to use each shade in this palette once and hit one pen in this palette. And a project level up was created by Sophie Alexander, but first I saw that Jessica Lee put this goal of using a palette in a level 1 style on some of her palette in this project, and I loved it, and I've decided to kind of copy this goal from her. So that's what the palette is looking like right now, and I hope you will be able to see a juicy pen in it. So I think by my last update I've managed to use this palette in a no pen left behind style. So I've used each eyeshadow once, and I think I've already started concentrating on this luster shade. I'm not really sure how to pronounce it, but I've hit pen on it quite quickly. I usually used it in my inner corner or on my inner third of the lid, and it's just a beautiful iridescent shade. I really loved this palette, I really love this color story, and I really loved this first shade that I've managed to hit pen on, and I kind of will miss working on this palette, to be honest. But right now it's rolling out of this project, and I'm really happy that I managed to give it some love. The second project is 50 Shades of Black, and I'm doing it right now on my channel, but it basically means that you need to pick product that is black or that has black packaging or black writing on the packaging, anything like that. And for that project I've chosen my Beauty Moon highlighter in the shade Worship because it has black packaging, and my goal was to use it 30 times. So that's what it's looking like right now, and I've used it 16 times before my last update, and since my last update I've used it an additional 14 times. So it means in total I've used it 30 times and I complete my goal on this highlighter. It's a really nice highlighter, I really enjoyed my time with it, but now I'm ready to put it aside and focus on something else. The next project is 50 Shades of Purple, and basically it means that the product needs to be purple or the packaging needs to be purple, and so on. So for that prompt I decided to roll in my Cosmic Beauty blush Butter. It's a cream blush and it's in the shade Heroine, and it's a purple cream blush. Oh, let me open it. So that's what it's looking like right now, and my goal once again was to use it 30 times. I have a lot of 30 uses goal in this project just because this project is called Throwback 30. But I've used it 24 times since my last update for a total of 30 uses in this project, which means that this blush will be rolling out. But you will see it in my deck of painting. And I think I will have some comparison picture here of what this blush looked like when I rolled it in and of what this blush looks like right now, so we can see a progress that I've managed to make in my 30 uses. I quite liked using this blush, to be honest, because if I use it with a light hand, then it creates almost deep pink look, and I quite liked it. It's not as scary as I thought it would be. So I once again enjoyed my time with this blush, and it will be rolling out of this project. One more roll out is this Crystal Dimension eyeliner in the shade Pillow Talk from Charlotte Tilbury, and I rolled it in for a project 50 Shades of Yellow or Gold, and this eyeliner has a gold packaging. My goal was to use it 30 times, but I've used it only 25 times in this project, and since my last update I've used it 10 times, and I'm rolling it out because it's empty. I think I've shown you in my last update that I scraped everything from this liner into different component just because I use this eyeliner more as a liquid eyeshadow. So I used it almost all over my lid, and it was not really comfortable to use this little brush for that purpose. But I scraped everything out in my last update in different component, and since then I've managed to finish it. So I'm really happy about it. It's another empty. I quite liked it, but it wasn't anything special for me. It had a really great duochrome finish from pink to gold, but I didn't really like using it as eyeliner. I'm not really a wing eyeliner type of girl, and it was a little bit too much to use just on my top lash line. So I've used it as a liquid eyeshadow and it was okay, but I'm kind of happy that it's empty right now, and that's it rolling out of this project. I have another eyeliner, and it's BFF Liquid Liner from ColourPop in the shade The Hills, and I rolled it in for Deadly Pants. I randomized prompt Envy, and Envy corresponds to green color, and this eyeliner is green. My goal is to use it 30 times in this project, and I've used it just twice since my last update for a total of 12 uses. So it's okay, I think. We are almost at half point with this eyeliner. I use it only with greens look, to be honest, and I use it just to line my upper lash line, and it works quite well. I quite like it for that, but I'm not wearing green looks every day, so this eyeliner is a little bit slow going, but I will continue using it, and I think by the finale of this project I will be able to get my 30 uses in this eyeliner. So the next product that is also rolling out is Hollywood Glow Glide Face Architect Highlighter in the shade Pillow Top Gold from Charlotte Tilbury. And that's what it's looking like. I rolled it in for Ancient Miss project and I randomized the prompt Apoyo, which means a product that is bright sparkly gold. And it's a highlighter, so it's bright and sparkly and it has gold packaging. So it was quite a spot-on product for this prompt, at least in my opinion. My goal was to use it 30 times and I'm happy to say that I've managed to do it. Since my last update, I've used it an additional 14 times in this project for a total of 30 uses. I usually combine this highlighter with my Beauty Moon Cosmetics highlighter just because I find a highlighter from Charlotte Tilbury to be a little bit subtle for me, and a highlighter from Beauty Moon is a little bit too much for me. So when I combine them together, they create quite a beautiful highlighter for me. I enjoyed using them this way and I kind of now want to continue using them, but it's okay. I have other highlighters that I need to work on, so for now both of them will be put aside and will be rolling out of this project. The next project is Beauty and the Beast and I've rolled in prompt Plumette, which means product you haven't used in a while. And for that one I rolled in my Eyes to Mesmerize Cream eyeshadow from Charlotte Tilbury in the shade Rose Gold. And my goal was to just use it 10 times and right now I've used it 2 times. And I fell in love with this shade. I especially loved to combine it with light greens. I don't know, I really loved this look, to be honest. So maybe by my next update I will reach my 10 uses goal, and if I do it, then maybe I will up the goal to 30 uses. I haven't quite decided on that yet, but maybe, just maybe, I will do it. But for now I have just 2 uses in this project and it's okay. I really love this cream eyeshadow and I fell in love with it once again. I rediscovered my love for this product, which I'm really happy about. But before I rolled this product into this project, I've used it maybe in January of 2025 last time, or maybe even in December of 2024. So most definitely I haven't touched it in a while. We have one more rollout and one more empty, and it's my lip liner from P.Louise in the shade Options Open. And as you can see, it's completely empty, it's really tiny and it's really cute, but I rolled it in for a project Beauty A to Z and I randomized a letter O. And I rolled in this product because of its shade, which is Options Open. My goal was to use it 30 times or finish, and I've used it up on my 29th use in this project, which was kind of funny. Let me show you my progress on this one. And that's the progress that I managed to make on this lip liner, and I'm really happy about it. And since my last update, I've used this lip liner an additional 10 times. I really like the formula of these P.Louise lip liners and I really like the shade of this particular lip liner. I felt like it suited most of my lip colors and most of the looks that I was creating with it. That's why I've managed to reach my 30 uses goal, well, 29 uses goal that quickly. But now it will be rolling out of this project and I'm quite happy about it. Another empty is this lipstick from Revolution and their collab with Shrek. I rolled it in for a project budget beauty, which meant that I had to choose inexpensive product in my collection. And last update, I think I was flat with the packaging and I've managed to scrape everything out of this packaging and use it up. So I'm calling it an empty for this update and I'm quite happy about it. I really liked the color of this lipstick. The formula was questionable, at least for me, because it was really balmy. And on the one hand it was quite nice because it moisturized my lips, but on the other hand it meant that I had to reapply this lipstick quite often. I can't say that it was my favorite lipstick, but I liked it enough to finish it. I'm happy to have another lipstick empty for this project and for this year, and now this will be rolling out of this project. So the next product that is in this project is this cheek palette, Just a Flush from ColourPop, and I've rolled it in for a project color pen, and basically you can choose any ColourPop product for this project. Yeah, and my goal was to use each of the pens in this palette 10 times. Right now I've used highlighter and bronzer 10 times, and both of the blushes I've used 5 times. I've been using this palette on and off since the start of this project. I've taken it with me when I was traveling, and since I reached my goal on some of the pens this month, I've decided to show it to you now. But I don't know what I think about this palette. Well, first of all, the packaging is kind of broken. It's supposed to close, but if I put it like this, you can see that it doesn't really close, which is a little bit irritating for me, and I think it means that I need to prioritize penning this palette to completion. I really liked this highlighter, this bronzer and this blush. They suit well to my skin tone, but this peachy blush doesn't show up even on me, even though I'm really fair. So I'm not really sure what I will be doing with this blush. I think I will franken it in the end, but I was mixing these two blushes together and I've tried this blush also as a setting powder under my eyes, but that way it was just too peachy. Anyway, for this project I just need to use both of these blushes 5 more times, and then this product can be rolled out. Another product that is in the project is this Silky eye pen from Pixi in the shade Lavender, and I've rolled it in for a project Disney Princesses, and I randomized Rapunzel, which meant that I had to pick a product that is lavender or purple, and it was a perfect candidate for this prompt, and my goal is to finish it. I'm using it almost every time I do my makeup, and it's quite a nice product, and I believe that I will be able to finish it by the end of this project, but let me show you progress on it. So this gray line is what I was able to finish since my last update, and I think I've started tracking this eyeliner since the start of this project. So I've used up quite a bit of it, and that gives me hope that it can be done by the end of this project, because even though I use it quite often, I don't use much of this product because I just use it in my waterline. The next project is Nightmare Before Christmas, which means that you need to pick product that reminds you of Halloween or Christmas. And I've decided to roll in my palette from Odin Side and their collab with Angelica Trick or Treat palette. And of course it reminds me of Halloween because it was a Halloween collab. And my goal with this palette is to use it in a level 1 style, which means that I have to use each shade once and hit one pan. And I've managed to use each shade once in this palette, and I'm concentrating on the first shade, Mommy's Curse, and I quite like it. It's a really light yellow shimmer, and I use it in my inner corner or on my inner part of the lid. I've already used it quite a bit, but I have just a small dip. I think I've never hit a pan in Odin's eyeshadows, so I'm not really sure how long it will take. But basically now for this palette I just concentrate on the first shade, Mommy's Curse, in order to hit pan on it. The next project is Nightmare on Penning Street, and I've randomized the prompt Paranormal Activity, which means an item that never seems to disappear. And for that one I've rolled in my Primer Potion Original from Urban Decay, and I was spot on this prompt because you can't really see any difference. My goal with this primer is to use it up, but I'm kind of sure right now, 99% sure, that I won't be able to do it by the end of this project. Even so, I think we have 9 more months to go. But I think you won't see any difference, even though I use this primer at least 20 times each month. So yeah, I'm not really sure what to say about it because I'm using it. It's a really great primer. For now, it's the best primer that I've tried. So I'm happy to use it, and I'm kind of happy that it's not disappearing on me because I don't really care about eyeshadow primer. I don't really want to try anything new, so I'm just using what I have. But this primer will stay in this project, and I think it will stay with us until the end of this project. The next product that I rolled into this project is this mini pastel palette from Natasha Denona, and I rolled it in for a project Same Pen last year. I randomized a prompt Cinco de Mayo, and it meant that I need to use 5 pen palette 5 times, but I've decided to use each pen in this 5 pen palette 5 times, and I'm happy to say that I did it. I started working on this palette since the introduction, and finally I've managed to use each shade 5 times. It's an okay palette. I kind of liked working on it, but it's nothing special. I kind of think that I want to try and hit pan on one of the shades, and I might still do it, but I completed this prompt, so if I don't hit pan on any of this shade by the end of the project, it still will be okay, and I will still call it as a project and prompt done. And the last product that I will be talking about today is this Pro palette with 6 Duochrome cake eyeliners, water activated eyeliners from Glisten. And I rolled this palette in for the project that's 70s pen. I randomized a prompt mouth, which meant female owned brand, and Glisten Cosmetics is owned by a female. So my goal is to use each pen of these eyeliners 10 times, And by my last update, I've used each pen once, and I've used this purplish pen 10 times, and I've decided to concentrate on another shade to use it 10 times also. And I've chosen this greenish shade, and I'm happy to say that I've reached my 10 uses goal. So now I will pick another shade to concentrate on next month, and I think it will be this teal shade. And I want to reach my 10 uses goal on this one as well. I use these eyeliners also just to line my upper lash line, and they work quite well for that. I really like them. I really like all of the colors in them, so I'm happy to continue using this palette. So that was it for this video. I've had 8 rollouts today, which is quite great, and I'm not sure what will be in my next update, to be honest. I hope to hit pen in my Trick or Treat palette, but that just might be it. I think I will start working on some of the other products in this project, because I have some products that I haven't started working on yet at all, which is kind of a shame, since I think we are 3 months into this project. I'm not really sure about this. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a like, leave a comment, subscribe, and I hope you will stay with me on my project painting journey. Thank you again so much for watching this video, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!